It's hot. It's hot. Hey, yeah. Oh, good Lord, that's frightening. Try stealing my thunder, my lightning. Why is that so surprising? Got him upset like Buster Tyson. It's a big boy bag, better back up, brought back up, but they not my hype, man. They can hit shots on you, 3 dots on you, like I'm not done typing. Send it. That's one way to get ended. Tryna go viral, hit you with a whole minute clip extended. Get trending. I don't like guns, but a couple of my friends is big fans of the Second Amendment. Captain America, I'm back with a motherfucking vengeance. Ooh. How he the hero, he's so rude. I feel like a boss in the Legion of Doom when I'm out of Yamashiro eating miso soup. Mushroom teak, I'm an ego bruise like I'm a ego. And my team gon' lose, but a label on the phone try to make a new deal like AOC with a CO2. Hey, stay out of politics. Yeah, or you gonna follow this shit, suck it and swallow this dick. Laura can shut up and dribble my balls, you bitch. You don't understand what the problem is. If you believe in the opposite, cool. You got the right to pop off in the comments, I got the right to not even acknowledge it. Ooh. Oh, good Lord, that's frightening. Try stealing my thunder, my lightning. Why is that so surprising? Got him upset like Buster Tyson. It's a big boy bag, better back up, brought back up, but they not my hype, man. They can hit shots on you, 3 dots on you, like I'm not done typing. Send it. That's one way to get ended. Tryna go viral, hit you with a whole minute clip extended. Get trending. I don't like guns, but a couple of my friends is big fans of the Second Amendment. Captain America, I'm back with a motherfucking vengeance. Read it and weep. Article 7 is freedom of speech. Talk on the internet, you wouldn't say it to me on the street. Not even being discreet. Don't even try it, don't even tweet and delete. You should be quiet cause nobody buying that shit, but I keep a receipt. And you can't take that bag, that's the policy. No half-ass apologies, so don't lie to me. No more cap, just facts and honesty now. This economy, just a lot of these billionaires who think this monopoly. Picking pockets like it's a robbery. Paying a politician to rig democracy. Oh good Lord, that's frightening. Try stealing my thunder, my lightning. Why is that so surprising? Got him upset like Buster Tyson. It's a big boy bag, better back up, brought back up, but they not my hype, man. They can hit shots on you, 3 dots on you, like I'm not done typing. Send it. That's one way to get ended. Tryna go viral, hit you with...
Dude, Chris, that sucks, man. Not to cut the music off, but I gotta say, dude, you're older than... I don't know how guys do it. I remember making fun of my basketball coach when he was about my age, 38, 39. And I would be like, we'd get up at 6 a.m. Actually, we were up at like 5:30 a.m. doing full court one-on-ones, and I'd laugh at him. I'd be like, dude, come on, man, keep up. You're not that old. He'd be like, I'm telling you, man. I'd be like, you're not even 40 yet. And I would mess with him. And I know, how old are you, Chris? Dude, I'm just telling you, like, I've been, like, 6 months ago, I was doing steps and, like, doing all this stuff. And then I tweaked my knee, and it's not been right since. And you're smart to take time off. That's the key. But when it's like, planner's hard because you're on your foot all the time. But they got to put you in a boot or something like that. You've got to be in, like, a boot or something. Or not, it won't fit. It's the same thing with my fucking knee, man. Like, you use it all the time, right? I just don't want to wear a brace. But I hope it gets better fast, man. I know ball is life for you. If we had guys like that around us, man, I'd be playing all the time, too. So I feel for you, man. He was blessed to watch. He knows better. That he's smart enough to know that ain't the case. Real quick, what up, everybody? So glad you're here. Listen, I appreciate the 2 days off. It was not off, by the way. I was locked in my basement like Akon. I've been locked up. My wife's like, you go away and you come back and you break for 4 days and then you disappear for 2. She's giving me hell. I'm like, look, what do you want me to do? Big shout out to Maddie B, who was also detrimental in getting shipping out today. 112 packages went out today. You should have gotten a picture of tracking, and we crushed it today. But it was the sorts. We were behind on sorts. I had not sorted anything. Like, I was behind on sorts. So I appreciate your patience, guys. But first of the 2023 products, top 4, there's a Cedric Tillman. I can at least now tell you where most rookies go. Tanner McKee, Eagles. We got a Kenneth Walker Silver. That's going to be going out to the Hawks, obviously, last year's rookie. We got a nice little T-Law here. That's going to be numbered out of 149 going out to the Jags. A AFC South team. A Jalen Hurts, which is going to be numbered out of 199 as well. And Deontay Banks. That is one I do not know. I didn't sort a lot of the select, though. And they have a very unique checklist. But listen, speaking of the South, go down to the NFC. New Orleans Saints getting Kareem Hunt. Alvin Kamara with a 3-game suspension. This is actually going to go out to the New York Giants. You know, Chris, I'm not even mad that you just bragged about that because, like, it's funny, man. One of two guys to dunk on you. Like, if Urlacher dunked on me, I would just see, like, anyone get that? Anyone get that? Let me get that printed out. I'm going to get him to sign it real quick. There is nothing wrong with that. I'd even, like, try to contest it, but, you don't want to hurt a dude like Urlacher, like a silly injury, not like you could hurt him. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what were you trying to block him for? You just tore this dude up. So Alvin Kamara out 3 weeks. Kareem Hunt is going to be filling in there in the New Orleans. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. I mean, Derek Carr's down there. Apparently Michael Thomas is in, like, Michael Thomas form. Yeah, man, it's cool. It is, like, what are you going to, like, what? You had a chance to go up against Urlacher. Let's guys, even if you're good, you're like, it's Urlacher. I mean, come on. Will Levis there. We got a Bryce Young hollow going out to the Panthers. Lamar Jackson, Waddle, Flowers, Ingram, Sanders, Carter, Gibbs, Tim Brown. There is a Schittsburg, Ben Roethlisberger. And how about Boutte for the New England Patriots? It's going to be numbered out of 75. And for the Indianapolis Colts, tie-dye, 7 out of 25. Josh Downs going out to Dougie Fresh. And Keel Harry. Justin Jefferson coming in number 2 on the top 100 list. I mean, look, I get it. You got to give it to Patrick Mahomes, right? Like, the dude is just another level. But I do feel like it was a 1A, 1B type of thing on the top 100, right? I think it was 1 and 2, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Patrick Mahomes came in number 1, Justin Jefferson number 2, which I think it's appropriate, but I would consider that more 1A, 1B. So, I like the Justin Jefferson pick. I think that it was a better fit for Minnesota. I think Diggs worked out for us, or has worked out for us as much as we could have asked him to. I don't think... I mean, he has Kirk Cousins and he's doing well. I mean, that speaks volumes, right? I mean, that might be enough to put you at number 1 when Kirk Cousins is your quarterback. But Kirk Cousins gets a lot of hate. He gets too much hate, to be honest. There's a Joey Porter going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Preseason starts this week. There's an Anthony Richardson. Speaking of him, there was a Patty Mahomes, A.J. Brown. How about this? Anthony Richardson for the Colts out of 149. A T-Law there. And Mitchell Tinsley. Is that the Pittsburgh Steelers? Mitchell Tinsley? It could be. Tinsley. It is going to be the Washington Commanders. It is the NFC East Washington Commanders. Justin Jefferson, number 1 pick in fantasy. You think so? I mean, I don't disagree with it. I'm not taking him number 1. I'm not willing to use a number 1 pick on a wide receiver yet. If I get the number 1, I feel like I have to take one of those top backs. But if I get number 3, number 4, if I can get Justin Jefferson's my first wide receiver off the board. But I do think mostly because we don't know what's going on with Josh Jacobs. Alvin Kamara's out 3 weeks. I mean, Saquon Barkley signed. I just feel like Jonathan Taylor, we don't know if he's playing. I just feel like the quality backs are becoming fewer and fewer. And if you can win that 1 RB position, it is very big, where you could probably snake around and get another one, not Justin Jefferson level, but you can still get a quality wide receiver at, like, when you snake around on that 1, 2, 3 pick. You snake around 1, 2, 3 pick on a running back, you're digging. I do think so, but here's the problem for Roger. He's already had, like, a little preseason hiccup with injury, I think, right? Like, rather it's just something light, like a light injury. And the other thing is he's moving up on draft boards. I think he's going as high as the 3rd round, even maybe like climbing up there even sooner. That's dangerous, right? Tank Dell for the Houston Texans out of 149. JSN, that's going to be going out to those Seahawks. And there's an Anthony Richardson acetate. Third wide receiver off the board. I think it has to be, even with the Joe Burrow, I think it has to be Jamar Chase. But I have no problem with A.J. Brown. You guys know I'm not the person to ask about Cooper Kupp. And another Tank Bigsby, that's going to be going out to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dalvin Cook's fallen quite a bit. I've actually grabbed Dalvin Cook in quite a few best ball leagues because you know he's going to play. He's just kind of hanging tight. Zay Flowers and Kyler Murray. I'm not big on Devontae Adams right now just because I think there's going to be weird things going on there. I like Diggs. I like Stephon Diggs. I think that I would probably rather snag Gabriel Davis. He is getting drafted so late. And that's not as a Bills fan because I have 0 shares of Gabe Davis. It's not like I'm like, oh, you got to draft Gabe. But he is going super late. And like, listen, I've always said his hands have been questionable. But man, he's fallen so low, Gabe Davis has, that I think instead of paying for Diggs far up, you can probably wait. Ooh, what's this? Anthony Richardson bronze. But I think it just, you got it, like the first round's wonky this year, man. Like you just got to take the best available. Out of 149, Christian Gonzalez going out to the Patriots. Will Anderson, Cedric Tillman. There's a Bryce Young. And how about for the Houston Texans, Will Anderson. They gave us a second swatch card. Hopefully that means it's an extra hit. Amon St. Brown, probably going pretty high. My concern with the Indianapolis Colts is who's their running back going to be? If Jonathan Taylor doesn't play and Zach Moss is out and they don't have a running game and those guys don't need to put anyone in the box, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, is it Anthony Richardson I'm thinking of the Colts. I'm going the Lions. Oh yeah, they got Gibbs there. Yeah, St. Brown solid. And the only thing is also the good thing about this is that what's his name? Who's not coming back till week 6? The dude that got PEDs. Why can't I think of him? You guys know who he is. He's not going to be back till week 6. It's gotten to the point with the Lions where they're talking about this. Who's the tight end they brought in this year? That they're talking about him as a sleeper pick. 4 points there. They're talking about him as a sleeper pick. Devontae Adams, Eric Gray, and Joe Burrow. Eric Gray and who's Eric Gray? Who did I say Eric Gray to? I'm losing my mind here. Hold on. Jameson Williams. Thank you. Jameson Williams. Will Levis, Tank Dell. And here we go. Braden Williams. And we got a Quentin Johnston. And that's another guy. Here's a sleeper pick at wide receiver too. Quentin Johnston. They said this dude is tearing up camp. We'll talk about like late. And here's my thing. I get not wanting to draft the running backs early, right? You got to have one of those top tier wide receivers. Running backs have not performed. But that's a Jahmyr Gibbs numbered out of 149. Bijan and Saquon Barkley. There's 2 good backs. But I will say this. You can get a lot more value later with wide receivers than you can at running back. There you mentioned one. So guys like Olave, second year guys, Olave and Williams, and even though he's 6 weeks out, and Garrett Wilson, and even though he's going really high, then you got these rookie guys like JSN, and you got guys like there's some like I said, Gabe Davis. You have guys that are deep that are going round 4. Calvin Ridley, round 4, 5, 6. They could be wide receiver ones. Where once you get outside of your top running backs, Jordan Addison might prove to be a top 15, 20 guy, taken at a much lighter price point. And I just can't trust the fact that I'm going to play a guessing game with a backup running back. I can't play a guessing game with a backup running back. Like, oh, who's it going to be? Is it going to be, is it going to be Devin Singletary for the Texans that comes in and tears up? Is it going to be, Eli Mitchell and Christian McCaffrey? Is that Eli Mitchell for Christian McCaffrey? Is it going to be, LaMichael Pirine or whatever, another one of those Jets guys? Like, if Breece Hall, I can't take that chance. Here we go, John Ridgeway. And I'm with you, Scott. It goes, you know what it goes back to? It goes back to your Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen situation, right? Why did Adam Thielen have those great seasons? Well, Stephon Diggs got all this attention. We know that Jordan Addison is a lot better receiver. Justin Jefferson is a lot better receiver than Diggs right now. Probably about the same in their prime. And we definitely know that Jordan Addison is better than Adam Thielen. It's plain and simple. Stephon Diggs was never number 2 on the top 100 list. Let's put it that way. Stephon Diggs was never number 2 on the top 100. There we go. Speaking of receivers, JSN out of 49. Juju was a great number 2. And there are guys that are better as a number 2. They can't be a number 1. And Juju's a great example of that. Adam Thielen's a great example of that. Right? That JSN's out of 49. Juju, JSN, these are guys that are Juju and Adam Thielen. These are guys that could not be number 1s. They just couldn't. Daniel Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Parker Washington, and there it is, Rashee Rice. We did get 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we get 6 hits out of this? We get a hit in every pack. We did. It is a passing league in fantasy, but Jamie, understand this. You still have to start 2 running backs. You still have to play 2 running backs. You can't just play 4 wide receivers. You have to go 2 running backs. And if you can win those 2 running back positions, you're at an advantage. If a guy's going to start, if their number 1 guy is, let's just say who's the Jaguars running back who might have to share time with this Tank and all these other guys. What's his freaking name? That's how easy it is to forget. This goes to the Chiefs. It's just there are a lot of questions at running back, a lot of shared time. If you can win the running back position, why can't I think of his fucking name? Etienne, Travis Etienne. Kyler Murray out of 25. There's a Quentin Johnston and a Darnell Washington. And listen, I'm fine if you want to go that route. 0 RB, but the problem is you're still playing a lottery ticket. You are still playing the chance that you don't get a running back. Here's my thing, Jamie. Let's just say you go 0 RB, and I would love to see some mock drafts right now. Hold on. Let me just see mock drafts. I want to look at this. I'm really curious because we're getting into that time. This is what I like about breaks right now. All right. So I just want to see it right now. And I want to see if you're drafting a running back. Let's say you go wide receiver, tight end, quarterback, right? Who's going? What running backs are going in the 5th round? In just a second. I want to see if I can find a good list. I wish I would have pulled it up. See if I can find one here. We'll go PPR on this. Let me just look at some rankings real quick. Dude, I gotta get these sites pulled up ahead of time. These are it's so hard to find a good site right off. All right, here we go. So let's just say your first running back is you take the 14th or 15th running back off the board. Let's say you go Najee Harris and your second running back ends up being Cam Akers, which is the 24th running back off the board. Are you feeling good about that? Are you feeling good if your starting running backs are Rachaad White and James Cook for Buffalo? And James Cook's climbing up quick. Are you feeling good if your running backs are you wait and you go Damian Pierce and Miles Sanders? I don't know, man. And that's if you can get those guys, if you're going 0 RB. You might end up, your starting running backs could end up being J.K. Dobbins and A.J. Dillon. I mean, that's what it looks like at pick 26. You know, if you let other guys take too many, I'm just saying it could be the case. We're going to save legacy for last. Again, maybe not. But we've seen after you get outside the top 2 quarterbacks, and again, there's why you want a top one. The point discrepancy is very little. You won't wait that long. No, it just depends when those running backs start to go on a run, and I think this draft year is going to be very exciting because you're seeing for the first time a major trend towards that 0 RB approach. It's always been a strategy for some, but running backs typically year to year were pretty heavy drafted, right? And for the first year, we're seeing guys being like, I need a wide receiver. I need a wide receiver. Oh, all the first 4 are off the board. I still need to get one. I don't want to be stuck without one of these good wide receivers. So you could be pulling in one of the top scorers and pick 8 or 9. Will Levis? I don't know. It's going to be fun. We're going to get our first draft lined up soon. We have those here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys. I am giving away a fantasy spot tonight. You guys filled this with no minis, so we are going to give away one of the redraft, which I like that. You don't have to worry about that when it's a not a redraft, you can tell I've been in the basement all day. My brain is fucking shot. Salary cap with the week to week. FanDuel, there we go. Holy fuck. Jalen Hyatt out of 50 going to the New York Giants. Thank you, Scott. FanDuel. Dude, I'm telling you guys, I'm not drunk. I know it probably sounds like it, but I swear to God I'm not. It's just being in this damn basement all day, guys. I'm telling you. You have no idea what this basement air will do to you. I've been down here for 3 days. I swear to God. I felt like I don't want to insult people who actually have to go to prison. I do feel like a lab rat. I have been stuck in this basement. It's been bad. I just feel like I went a little stupid over the last couple days. I need some fresh air in my life. My wife and I went for a walk tonight with the kids. Maybe it's the Applebee's. I'm on that Applebee's energy right now. My kid made me go to Applebee's for his free $6 meal. $60 later, he got his free meal. For the Cincinnati Bengals, Chase Brown. I do apologize that I'm a little off my game tonight. But I do know what I need. I need more beer. I need to get in my zone. I haven't been drinking. I'm off, I need my brain juice. I will tell you what show I've been putting on in the basement. I'm on season 4 already. Actually, I might be on 5. It's just been playing on loop while I do sorts and ship. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I know it's an older show, but I'll be honest, man. It's been It's been my savior over the last couple days. I thought we were gonna have an autograph. That would have been nice. And Trevon Diggs at a 100. It is a very underrated, well written show. The season over season references are great. It's got I want to say a Seinfeldish vibe to it. It's well written. The Halloween episodes are great. I love all the characters. It's all the characters are equally awesome. I always do that too, Scott. What network streaming service is it on right now? So I've never, and I never did watch the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I watched like one season, and I was like, it's funny, but I'll let it go. Sons of Anarchy is like probably my favorite show of all time. It's probably a tie with Breaking Bad. But I will say this, for those of you who have Apple TV, and I'm sure it's more of a limited basis. The only reason I have is my brother lets me use his. My wife and I are watching this show called Physical. It's like about the blow up of like aerobics and shopping malls in the 80s. It's a show. It's like based around that time frame, like when those got big. It's not about that. But it's a pretty cool show. Good show for couples. Luke Musgrave for the Packers. Yes, they are my favorite again, the Halloween episodes. I've heard Twisted Metal is good. I think it's for me. I gotta watch it. I haven't watched any, but I've been told some people have said, it's a little like. And I ask, like, is it like Pineapple Expressy? And someone's like, that's a good comparison. Like, I see it like that. Oh, Scott, I'm telling you, it's a good show, that Physical. And that the cast is very good. It's a good, like I said, I look for shows that I know my wife is going to like to watch with me. She found that one. Cheesy action comedy, kind of like Pineapple Express. I like those kind of shows. I think that show's for me. Oh, please. That would have been nice. Look at that, though, for the Indianapolis Colts. Dougie with the 1 out of 10 orange Peyton Manning. The Office, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Is it good? Is it the best show ever? Yes, it is. Sorry, I did see it, and it's the best show ever. Jameson Williams. There's a C.J. Stroud. Dak Prescott, and there's a Will Levis. Dalton Kincaid apparently tearing up camp. Like we said, don't let me forget. Like my brain's shot, but I'm gonna give a FanDuel spot out at the end of this. I know I didn't advertise it, but you guys crushed it on the fill. You guys have been patient over the last 2 or 3 days. I needed this. I do feel like it's been 2 days. It was only 2 days off, and I feel like it's been forever. Like I forgot how to do this for a minute. It's a lot at once. Quentin Johnston. And it's going to be an autograph, numbered. It's not, but still, my man loved this dude in fantasy. It was fun to watch for the Kansas City Chiefs. Richard Myler with an auto. I don't know if we've ever pulled one of his. Jamal Charles with the number inscription. I know you won't, Scott. That was kind of directed to you. There we go. Jamal Charles with the auto. I don't know that we've ever pulled one of his. Very cool. There's a Hendon Hooker. Barely know her. Good autos in it. I mean, that's a good auto to get out of it. Jamal Charles. The other ones, they were all right. Like I said, my dad and I opened a box of Score. That would have been a baller hit compared to what we got. I will say that. Angriest Man in Brooklyn with Robin Williams. Went way too soon. Way too soon. Oh, here we go. Cedric Tillman, rookie out of 100 for the Browns. Browns played in the first game of the preseason against the Jets, and that, what's his name? Rookie coming in hot. There's a Jordan Addison, Anthony Richardson, Thompson, whatever. What do they call him? DTP or something? I didn't watch much of the game. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I used to be a lot more into the preseason, and I just, when they went to 3, it just, I don't know. Dude, we get an extra? 1, 2. Wow, extra all around. So we had, in our first box, we had select. We had 1, 2, 3. Our 3 hits. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Oh, the points were in that too. And then in this one we had Chase Brown, Luke Musgrave, Jamal Charles, and here's our redemption. Get your redemption guesses in. So we only had 1 extra auto. Thought it was a lot more, but we had the points in this. J.K. Dobbins. And again, I won't do this mix again. I realized today when I was like putting some stuff, I was like, wow, we have had 4 2023 products out already. And it is nice. Score is now in the Pro Unis, which is nice, honestly, in my opinion. It is nice to have Pro Unis out already. Again, I know, or at least not even Pro Unis. At least there's a CJ Stroud. The Pro names on the jersey, which is huge. There it is. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, DTR. Scott, absolutely. Him and Chris Farley, right? Like Farley and Robin Williams, 2 that went way too soon. Get your redemption guesses in. Brian Burns, Tunsil, White. Apparently, Desmond Ridder not off to a good start in camp. They aren't excited about him. That's a little bit of a letdown. I had big things for him. I know people are giving Sam Howell a hard time. Imagine you're starting the season and this is your quarterback, but Will Levis, I don't know. I think he did enough to at least give himself a shot. There's a Bryce Young. The one nice thing about Score is if you're looking for a personal box, it's not a bad box to buy. There's a lot of the rookies in there. You know, you're getting Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, a lot of cool inserts, 4 autos. Here we go. Let's see what it is. Rookies signatures. Card 313. Stetson Bennett. Yikes for the Rams. Going out to Jason Mello. There we go. We did pull his auto out of Legacy, I want to say it was. It was an RPA. Stetson Bennett. No one guessed him, but we'll take it. Good box with Bennett and Charles. So we did get 5 autos out of this. Huh. There we go. Stetson Bennett. One more box to go. So Jamal Charles, Stetson Bennett. Anything else big yet? Of course, the points. Rashee Rice, not horrible. Josh Downs with the tie-dye, not bad. All right, we got some nice numbered stuff there with the Peyton Manning out there. We do got to get a big auto out of Legacy yet. Oh, by the way, this is a fresh case of Legacy. For those who like to keep track, this is a brand new box out of a brand new case of Legacy. First box out of the case, for what it's worth, because we finished our other case. So I didn't announce that, but I did take it first one right out. So for those of you who like to keep track of that, not that it matters, because although the Dare to Terror cards used to be case hits, we pulled 4 out of the last case. They seem to be like a little bit more prevalent in this. Guys, I'm tired. I'm so tired. It was a long 3 days. I appreciate your patience on shipping. I know I was a little backed up. It went like vacation with the family, home, right to national, right to breaking, and it was like nonstop. I'm going to sleep well tonight. And I know you guys are so understanding, but I got to tell you this. It weighs on me. I have guys be like, just break. It's fine. It's fine. You know, we're fine. You know, we'll know your ship, and I appreciate that. I really do. But at the same time, I can't do it. Miles Murphy, Marvin Mims. I can't do it knowing that it's here. Jalen Ramsey out of 50 and a Tyree Wilson out of 100. 2 numbered cards in that one. Oh, you're guessing Dare to Tear now? 2 per case. We got 4 in our last case. I will say we had a nice case. I think Legacy is a very improved product. I don't want to say most improved, but it is a very improved product. Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, Quentin Johnston, Chris Carter, Cunningham, Joey Porter, and Bijan. Our first autograph coming up. We got Boutte. How do you guys say his name? Is it Butt? Booty? Josh Downs, Darnell Washington, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, and there he is, Darnell Washington. Shoot, I gotta look up where he goes to. Is he the Pittsburgh Steelers? He might be the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got to look up a couple here at the end. It is Boutte, right? I got it right? Keishon Boutte? That's what I thought. When I asked Google, it doesn't know. Drew Pearson out of 249 and Joe Mixon out of 299. I love this card with the Blast of the Past. Terminator, Steve Young, Quentin Johnson, and Keishon Boutte. Is that who it is? The Pittsburgh? I think he is. Darnell Washington, right? And then Jalen Carter, Maurice Jones-Drew, Brian Bresee, and Jahmyr Gibbs. We are not done breaking tonight. You have to put up with me for one more break. Here's an RPA coming up. Parker Washington. Maybe. Tank Bigsby out of 249 for the Jags. Jacksonville Jaguars going out to Donnie Norris. Chris, I tell you what right now, if it was in front of me, I wouldn't say no to it. It's what I need in my life. No, I do apologize. I'll be better after a good night's sleep. Brock Purdy out of 25 for the San Francisco 49ers. Ben Reno. Nice card there, Ben. That's a cool one. Theismann, Urlacher, Kincaid, and Levis. There's the Levis. Kincaid's card selling very well, by the way. Yeah, I feel like he'd be dizzy if he wasn't like that, Scott. Najee, Alec Pierce, Raheem Jarrett, Vernon Davis, Michael Vick, Clayton Tune, and Trenton Simpson. Right? Doug is like the bat call. He's like, uh-oh, someone's in trouble. They need my help. Terry McLaurin, that's going to be out of 75 for the Washington Commanders. There's another guy. We haven't talked much about him. Why is he not on the radar? Is he injured or something? Is there something I'm missing about him that we haven't talked about him as much? I know he fell off a little bit. Out of 299, Vernon Davis. There's a Mahomes in Montana. Look, my nose is already getting excited. Brett Favre, Tony Dorsett, CJ Stroud, and Jaron Hall. Sativa Salt. Oh, we did get a Dare to Tear. We got one. Wonder who it is. Jalen Hyatt, Jim Kelly, Tyree Wilson, Parker Washington, George Pickens. Are you ready? You're going to have to wait. You know I'm going to make you wait for it. Treylon Burks, Derwin James. How about a Joe Mixon out of 125? We got ourselves a Patrick Mahomes, DeMarcus Ware, Staubach. We pulled his downtown the other day. Jonathan, maybe the Mingo H.O. baby for the Carolina Panthers. Here we go. Are you ready for it? Oh, it's a bright green one. It's a legacy. Who is it? He's wearing gloves. It's numbered out of 65. Zach Evans. It goes out to the LA Rams, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. LA Rams is Zach Evans. Guys, check me on that. Dare to Tear out of 65. Rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it. Hey! Come on, is Jason Mello in here? Let us rip it. Scott will give you his fantasy spot. It is the Rams, Jason Mello. Is he with us? Jason, are you with us? Are you with us? Are you with us, Jason? This is where guys go quiet. They're like, I don't want to rip it, but I don't want to say anything. Can they see me? Scott won't give up his fantasy spot. Scott will take a fantasy spot, but he won't give one. Are we going to rip it, Jason Mello? I'm not going to give you anything. All right, I'll give you $5 credit if you let me rip it open. Zach Evans, I trust. Commanders, Bengals. All right, well, Jason Mello, that's okay. If you change your mind and you want us to rip it later, I can do that during baseball or even tomorrow. I'll go live just to rip your Dare to Tear. Guys, that's all she wrote. Let me go ahead and do a full recap for you. I do have to look up some teams. We have to random off points. I have to give away 2 $5 hit list credits. And, of course, I am going to give away a fantasy spot tonight. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry out of 75. Joe Mixon out of 125. Ramsey out of 50. I'll tell you what. Legacy improved on the number cards, too. Tyree Wilson out of 100. Tillman to 100. Peyton Manning out of 10. Trevon Diggs out of 100. Jalen Hyatt out of 50. Kyler Murray out of 25. Nice card there going out to Arizona. Hendon Hooker acetate out of 49. JSN for the Seahawks. Jahmyr Gibbs out of 149. Anthony Richardson for the Colts. Anthony Richardson out of 149. We got a Bryce Young Prism. This is a phenomenon. Keyshawn Boutte out of 75 for the New England Patriots. Trevor Lawrence out of 149. Jalen Hurts for the Eagles out of 199. And Mr. Relevant Brock Purdy numbered 9 out of 25. All right. Oh, and also, not counting as a hit. We don't count as a hit. But Zach Evans for the LA Rams. All right, guys. We got stuff to recap here. We got ourselves a Darnell Washington. I am just going to confirm on a couple of these just so I know. I think he's Pittsburgh, but I want to confirm. Darnell Washington is the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's going to be going out to Mr. McGinn, I believe he said had the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, I chugged that beer. I feel good now. I'm ready for baseball. That'll put me back to sleep. Luke Musgrave for the Green Bay Packers going out to Slam. Dun, 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 dun. Chase Brown for the Cincinnati Bengals going out to Ripley. Believe it or not, he got one for the Bengals. We'll have to random that up. We got ourselves a Will Anderson Jr. for the Houston Texans going out to Jeremy Wilson. We got ourselves a Tank Bigsby going out to the that is the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have another one of him coming up as well. Tank Tells on the Houston Texans. Rashee Rice for the Kansas City Chiefs going out to Richard Myler. And John Ridgeway. I got to look him up. I don't know where he goes. That's from last year's. It's because they don't stamp it. John Ridgeway goes out to the Commanders as well. Washington Commanders getting another one on the board. It's going to be Toski in the house. What up, Jay? We got a Braden Willis. I got to look that one up as well. Braden Willis. Braden Willis goes out to San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco going out to Ben Reno. He wasn't done yet, right? He got a big one. Mitchell Tinsley to Washington, and for the New York Giants, Deontay Banks for the Giants going out to Populars. We got ourselves a Tank Bigsby for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We got ourselves a Josh Downs. This one's going to be numbered out of 25 for the Indianapolis Colts tie-dye going out to Douglas. Douglas, do you ever wear tie-dye before? Jamal Charles for the Kansas City Chiefs. Awesome card there. And for the LA Rams, Stetson Bennett going out to Mello. He also got Dare to Tear. I don't know which one's better on that. Probably the Stetson. And then we have to give away these 400 points. All right. Here we go, guys. 400 points first. Everyone's eligible. It will count as a hit towards hit list, but it does not affect your eligibility for the fantasy spot, all right? Let me bring you guys over here. Dude, I have a beer in the fridge. I'm ready to rock and roll for baseball, baby. 400 points. Here we go. Min roll 5. Good luck, everybody. Need to be at least a 5. For the love of Pete. There we go. 8 will do it. It's a hard 8. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers. Josh Slam. All right, guys. And now we're going to do the 2 $5 hitless credits. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's going to be, oops, I don't need a couple. Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. So Dan Crane and Jeff Guffey each winning a $5 hitless credit. And then here we go for the fantasy football spot. All right. Fantasy football spot. 1 second here. All right, here we go for the fantasy football spot. It is going to be, who do we got in so far? Neil Briggs, Scott Ripley, Velchansky, Eisman, Livingstone, and Jim Gain. So here we go. This is going to be for spot number 7. Season long salary. FanDuel, why can't I think of this shit tonight? Season long FanDuel. Everyone is eligible. Oops, that's our. I copied that over. Here we go. Spot 7. That'll play. Good luck, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Denver Broncos. Jason Franklin, you're in the league. Welcome to the league, man. We're going to 15 spots on this one. Jason Franklin. Season long only fan. It's Fansly now. Did you not watch the Jake Paul fight? Dude. Dude, I swear to you, I told my wife was watching the fight with us. I'm like, either like shit goes down when we get home or I'm joining Fansly. And she looked at me. I was like, you think I'm joking? So wait till you wake up and you're like, what the hell did we get a chase alert for this Fansly? I'm like, I told you. I told you. I didn't have to ask when I got home. Put it that way. Fansly looks like the Wish version of OnlyFans. I've never done either, but listen, it doesn't hurt to throw it out there, right? They do need to bring back, but the last season was so horrific, McGinn, so horrific that I don't know that I would want another one. They destroyed it. All right, guys, I got a chicken on baseball. I'll be back. I'm going to go grab one of my beers out of the freezer. And then I'll be back. All right, guys, come back for baseball, please. Peace.